Jacksonville Jaguars fans, welcome into Duval Daily presented by GenJag.com. I'm Jordan DeLugo. Thank you so much for tuning in here Wednesday, July 30th. Jaguars have the day off from training camp. So does the media. Obviously, earlier we covered the top questions I have through a week and a half of Jaguars training camp, 6 practices. Tomorrow we'll be back on the practice field. Friday, we have the scrimmage in Everbank Stadium. So right now we're taking a look at a conveniently timed rankings list from ESPN. Came out yesterday, ranking the top cores and ranking every single core in the league, top players under 25. So this is only for players that are 24 or under, right? Ranking every team basically based on their young talent. And so we're going to dive into this. Excited to get into it. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. Aaron Schatz is the one who put this list together for ESPN. If y'all enjoy the content here, please like and subscribe. Let me know where you think the Jaguars are going to place in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about these rankings. Again, really appreciate you being here. So the Houston Texans come in at number 1. The dadgum Houston Texans. Yeah, CJ Stroud, Will Anderson, Derek Stingley, Kamari Lassiter. It's a good group. And then you look at their, Kalen Bullock is a really young player as well. And I think, look, CJ Stroud is one of the best young quarterbacks in the league. I wouldn't blame anybody for taking him over Trevor Lawrence. I'm just being straight up honest with y'all right now. I think that they are in the same tier of quarterback. I think that they have slightly different games. CJ Stroud a little bit more accurate with touch, likes to really read the field and go through his progressions. Trevor Lawrence a little bit more dynamic with his arm talent deep down the field and certainly his athleticism. Will Anderson Jr., absolute stud. Derek Stingley, absolute stud. Kamari Lassiter, really good number 2 corner. Kalen Bullock, a ball-hawking safety. And then you talk about Henry To'oTo'o, who, I don't think he really is a major piece to this, but Ariante Ursary, if he ends up being any good, Jaden Higgins, Jalen Noel. I think that, those are 2 good additions via the draft this year. I feel confident in Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel being good additions for them. Ursary remains to be seen, but the reason we're focusing on the Texans here is because obviously they're the Jaguars' division rival. They play them twice a year. Texans have a lot of young blue chip talent, according to Aaron Schatz, and I absolutely agree, unfortunately. Seahawks come in at number 2. Washington Commanders come in at number 3. Jaden Daniels is enough to get you there. I understand that. New York Giants come in at number 4. That's interesting. With Malik Neighbors, Abdul Carter, Jackson Dart, Kayvon Thibodeau. Jackson Dart ain't moving me. Kayvon Thibodeau is pretty good, but Malik Neighbors and Abdul Carter, that is really dynamic there. And then you add in Tyler Nubin and Drew Phillips, who are both really good players. Wan'Dale Robinson is still 24. Theo Johnson. Yeah, so they have a pretty decent young core. It would be nice if one of your blue chip players is your young quarterback. I don't actually see that being the case with the Giants. We can move on. The Bears, Caleb Williams, Remo Dunze, Darnell Wright, Colston Loveland. A lot of good players there. Caleb Williams has got to go out and prove it with Ben Johnson this year. I think he can. The Lions have Penei Sewell, who is still amazingly under 25, Terrion Arnold, Jamison Williams, Sam Laporta, Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, Jahmyr Gibbs. That's something else. New England Patriots, Drake May, Christian Gonzalez, Will Campbell. Okay. I love Drake May, love Christian Gonzalez. Those are 2 of the best young players at their positions, in my opinion. They got a lot of young talent in the draft. Okay, so the Jags come in at 8, right? And we can talk about that. I would definitely put them ahead of the Patriots, probably the Bears as well. Definitely the Giants. I think these are bold rankings, right? Commanders, I understand it with Jaden Daniels and the rest of those guys. I think the Jaguars have more good players, but Jaden Daniels is a stud. I would honestly probably have to put the Jaguars in the top 5 when you look at the guys the Jaguars have. Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Hunter, Anton Harrison, Trayvon Walker. And then the fact that Trevor Lawrence is only 25, Tyson Campbell's only 25, Brenton Strange and Tank Bigsby are both in this 24 and under club. I think objectively looking at them, it's not like crazy for them to not be listed as blue chip players or not be super highlighted, but just the sheer fact that you have Brian Thomas Jr., who is the best wide receiver on this list so far. You could argue about Malik Neighbors. I would take Brian Thomas Jr. I would take Travis Hunter over any other skill position player on this list, I believe. Which is a bold statement, but I'm willing to bet a lot on Travis Hunter. I was before the draft when I said he was the best player in the draft by a wide margin. Still in on that. Anton Harrison, I'm excited to see what he can do in year 3 in this new system. And I think Trayvon Walker is about to blow up. And we'll read what Aaron Schatz has to say. Did I give Hunter extra credit when compiling the values that were the basis for this rankings? Yes, of course I did. Did I know how much extra credit I should be giving the Jaguars for Hunter playing both ways? No, of course I did not, because none of us knows how it's going to go. But it is going to be fascinating and a lot of fun to watch. Even if the 22-year-old Hunter could only play one way, he would be lining up at wide receiver across from another 22-year-old, Brian Thomas Jr., who had 1,282 receiving yards and 10 touchdowns as a rookie. The Jaguars offense also starts 23-year-old Harrison and 24-year-old tight end Brenton Strange. Tank Bigsby gets a lot of the running back work, and he just barely counts as 24. His birthday is August 30th, so he's still 23 as this article publishes. On defense, the main young player is 2022, number 1 selection, Trayvon Walker, who will turn 25 in December. Across 3 seasons in Jacksonville, Walker has amassed 24 sacks, 162 tackles, and 20.5 stuffs. The other planned starter under age of 25 is defensive tackle Mason Smith, who turns 23 in October. Yeah, I love Mason Smith's talent as well. I would swing the bat for Mason Smith, or I would pound the table for Mason Smith, I should say. But yeah, Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Hunter, and Trayvon Walker all being under the age of 25 is insane. Those are such good young players. I really, really strongly believe Trayvon's about to take off. I think Anton Harrison can take off in this offense as well. If it was 25 and under, you'd have Trevor Lawrence and Tyson Campbell as well. So, and even I think Walker Little, potentially I think Walker Little's only 25. So yeah, Jaguars are ranked, top 75%, top quarter of the league here at number 8 overall. I think they should be ranked a little bit higher. I would take their core of 24 and under players over the Patriots, over the Bears, over the Giants for sure. I mean, again, Jaden Daniels. You can't count Trevor Lawrence here. So not thinking about Trevor Lawrence, yeah, I get having Jaden Daniels up there at number 3 just because of his unbelievable ability. I mean, there's no way I would take Witherspoon, Murphy, and Smith and Jigba over Thomas Jr., Travis Hunter, and Trayvon Walker. If you're just talking about the top 3, there's no way. No way. So, yeah, that's where we're at. I get it with the Texans. I would take Will Anderson over Trayvon Walker. And then you have the quarterback and the cornerback. So that's tough. I would probably, I think it's probably fair to have them up there. But I think the Jaguars, there's an argument for them to be right behind them. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Y'all have a good one.